Hey, what's up guys? I just got back from my OTS here in Central Florida, and today I decided to go and play Shaddoll. I have a couple problems that I faced, and I'm the one who posted that I was running triple Armageddonite with triple reinforcements of the army because I couldn't get certain cards, but I managed to borrow some things and I managed to trade for some things, so I think my build was a little bit better. In the end I went 4-1, ended up losing in top 8, so I didn't quite get my invite. But I had a lot of fun, and I think I can fix a couple of the problems I had, and maybe you guys can relate to some of the problems or just help me out. So first, my Shaddoll lineup, I ran Shaddoll Falco, 2 Squamata, 2 Hedgehog, 2 Dragon, 3 Beast. And I felt that was a pretty good number. I wasn't main decking Mistakes, and I didn't even play Mistakes for the event just because no one had them. But next up I ran 2 Mathematicians. So I managed to get these about maybe 30 seconds before deck lists were required. So I traded for them almost immediately and then had to scratch out my deck list as I was handing it in. So I can only get 2, that's why I played 2. And I kind of enjoyed 2. I don't know if I'll play 3. I most likely will, but I just have to get it. And then I played triple Effect Veiler. This was really good. I really liked it. And then I played the Chaos Engine, so 1 black and 3 white. I was gonna play 2 black and 2 white, but I went against it. I felt I didn't have enough whites that could easily get to the grave, so I just went with the 3, and it did okay. There were a couple times where I'd like open this and then like fusions and it was terrible, but you can't ask for great hands every time. And then BLS and Dad, and then because I got the Mathematicians I ran an Eclipse Hybrid, which this was actually really good, but I opened it like maybe 3 of my games, but it wasn't like dead, I just used it as fodder. And then on to the spells, Book of Moon, Foolish Burial, Soul Charge, Snatch Steal. Those are the main one-ofs. And then triple MST. And then 3 of each of the fusions. And a couple people are only running this because of the Necroz, but I didn't have quite enough practice against it, and with my locals, I figured there'd be quite a bit of Necroz, just not a whole bunch. And I thought I was running a pretty large monster lineup, so I would have liked to always get a fusion in hand, and there was probably only one game where I opened with like 2 of these, or like this wasn't live, so that's why. And I don't know, there were a couple games I sided one of these out against Necroz. I kind of wish I sided 2, but I don't know, I didn't want to kill my engine. And then on to the traps, 1 Shaddoll Core, 2 Shadow Games, and then 3 Emptiness. And Emptiness was pretty good. Every time in the Necroz matchup they had an MST for it, but against heroes, and there was a time where I knew the Yosenjus were gonna try to like Chidori, and I just flipped over Vanities, and it worked out really well. So that's it. It's a 41 card main deck because I was sort of in a rush and I couldn't figure out what to draw last minute. So on to the extra deck. 1 Grista. I never made her. She was just in there. 1 Shikanaga. I made this twice. I made this against made this once against heroes, and then because it's 3K and they couldn't get over it, and then I made it once. I think it gets it. Yes, I don't remember. I know I made it twice though, and the second time it just got bottomless, so it didn't really matter. 2 Winda, 3 Construct, and then Leo, Thought Ruler, and Black Rose. And I was running a Goyo I was borrowing from someone, but I don't have it. I was really expecting these 2 to be really good, but I only made him on once, and it was literally just a push for game. So, like, it wasn't even, like, next turn, I think I got Battle Fader, and then he just Dark Hold anyways. So, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. And then Cairn Gorgon, Downard, Dweller, and Exciton. That's it for my 15. And now onto the side deck. This is what definitely needs work. So I ran 2 Lancia, and this card's garbage. You know, I kept like thinking about it, and I was like, wow, this card's really good in theory. But the problem is that you have to use it at the beginning of their turn against Necroz, and if you have to do that, then you already have to pretty much be in a winning position, so to speak, because otherwise they're just going to go, okay, and then summon like a Unicorn and then attack or whatever, and just ignore the fact that they don't have to banish. So I mean, if you do get like a dominance, and then you drop this, and then you have game next turn, but otherwise these are really bad. I won't be playing these again for now. And then 2 Max C. I drew this like twice, and I sided it into it like almost every single game. I just couldn't find room in the main deck, and I didn't really want to brick. But it was okay. I expected more Burning Abyss, but there were only a couple. And then I ran 1 Bazoo. I actually pulled this in my entry packs, and our our deck lists weren't due until like 10 minutes after we got our packs. So I just threw this in, and because I saw Jose's, and I sided this in almost every single game, but I never saw it, so I can't tell you how good it was. But there were a couple times I was really wishing I saw it. And then 2 Shade Ride. I have mixed opinions on this. I've yet to have someone let me go more than 1 draw on it. They sort of just do it, and then they get 1 search, and I sort of just, it's like a max C, and then you get 1, and then you sort of force them to stop, which is pretty good. But I feel like the early game for Necroz is so much better than Shaddoll's Burning Abyss. Shaddoll's early game. So the 1-for-1s aren't really worth it right now, but I mean, you can't not run Shared Ride. I really wish I was running Mistakes. Twister, this was for the Cliff Fort, and yeah. Cliff Fort and Sinju's really. Alright, now I ran 2 Rivalry of the Warlords. This card I sided in every single time against Necroz, and I never saw it. But I feel like it's got potential, and I don't know. I feel like maybe it's a little bit better than Mind Drain. Maybe Mind Drain's a little bit better. And I had quite a few people tell me Mind Drain's just not good. But I haven't tested it enough to just automatically say it's not good. I mean, I think it's pretty good in theory, but it's all opinion. And then 2 Light Imprisonings, never had to use them. And then these 2 were fairy ones, but I was borrowing them, so I trade them back, and I ended up picking up a Mistake and a Kaiku. So I just need this to be a Mistake, and I have another Kaiku, but I don't know if I'll run it. Alright, and that's it for my entire deck, but a couple suggestions, well, I guess not suggestions, but a couple cards that I think I might try running next time. Either Dark Hole or Raigeki. I just feel there were so many times where they just had a big board, and if I could just get rid of it and just push for even a little bit of damage, I would have had game. But I mean, we have Black Rose, but it's kind of hard to go into, like on the spot. So I kind of wish I had a mass removal card. Mind Crush. I don't know if I would have ran this, but I saw a couple of people running it, especially against your Senjus. You sort of just drop their hand. So I don't know, maybe that. Thunder King. He was in my side deck, but I ripped him out for a Bazoo, just because I felt like if I summoned this, then Necroz would just run him over or whatever. Like I felt like it wouldn't be that good. Like I know he's really really good, but in this deck specifically, I didn't really see it. But I guess I need to test. And then enemy controllers, maybe, I don't know. And then a Farfa. Now I really wish I ran this instead of Lancia, because I got Degen Lock 3 times, and because I'm not running a mass removal card or anything, I couldn't get rid of it. So it definitely hurt, and all I had to do was pretty much beg for Dragon, and if I went like Dragon or something, all they were going to do was Trish me. So it definitely hurt. But that's my deck profile, and if you have any suggestions or anything, just let me know. in the comments or whatever. Alright, I'm out.